and the Patriots are world champions again. Back-to-back, 3 out of 4. Yes, it's a dynasty.
A fourth Lombardi trophy is headed to one Patriot place.
The greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. And Tom Brady stands alone in NFL history.
He squashed any threats to his throne. From 2001 to 2022, Tom Brady did not allow another team to call itself a dynasty. In that time, he won 19 division titles, 10 conference championships, and 7 Super Bowls. Brady's reign of dominance had a hold on the league in 3 separate decades.
Best ever. Ever. I don't know about that. Ever.
Think of all the Hall of Fame careers he changed. Manning, Mahomes, Rodgers, and so many more. This is how the GOAT killed 5 potential NFL dynasties.
Tonight, a dynasty is born, baby.
Well, he wasn't wrong. A dynasty was born in Super Bowl 36 that night, but it wasn't the St. Louis Rams. Let's rewind 2 years. Coming off a 4-12 season in 1998, Dick Vermeil's team was nowhere near the national spotlight. Add on a season-ending injury to quarterback Trent Green before their first game, and the '99 Rams were just about cooked. Just hang on 1 second, though.
Kurt Warner replaced Trent Green as the starting quarterback. Green going down against San Diego during the preseason.
Warner only 3 incompletions all day. Going for Isaac Bruce. Bruce pulls away. He's got it. Touchdown. His 4th of the day.
3rd and 13. Warner to the end zone. Touchdown. Torrey Holt. The 41st touchdown pass of the season. Warner set a new team record for passing yards in one season, so the Rams' records continue to fall.
These Rams are, I think they're the real deal, and, at some point you have to say that they're the best team in the NFC.
From out of nowhere, Kurt Warner became a household name. Alongside Marshall Faulk, Isaac Bruce, and Torrey Holt, the high-flying Rams earned the greatest show on turf moniker. From 4-12 to Super Bowl champs in the blink of an eye.
It is caught by Dyson. Can he get in? No, he cannot. Mike Jones made the tackle, and the Rams have won the Super Bowl.
After a disappointing playoff finish in 2000, St. Louis was back on the march in 2001. Warner won his 2nd MVP, leading the NFL's most potent offense.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Arena League, World League, and now all world. Touchdown. Holt. And another perfect pass by Kurt Warner.
The Rams had a plus 230-point differential that year and looked to be on course for their 2nd Lombardi trophy in 3 seasons, especially when you consider their opponent in Super Bowl 36.
This was a huge game for New England. The people up here thought they had a real shot, and it would be a defining moment in their season.
Coming up at Super Bowl 36 from New Orleans between the Rams and the Patriots.
How are the Patriots going to win? Because they really can't score a lot of points on offense.
All the advantages do go to the Rams. And JB, I've got to be honest, I haven't been this confident that one team would beat another team in a Super Bowl since Super Bowl III.
After handling New England earlier that year, St. Louis came into this matchup as 2 touchdown favorites. First-year starter Tom Brady had never come close to a stage like this, and many wondered how he'd handle the moment. Safe to say, he passed with flying colors.
Here's Brady back. Firing end zone, touchdown!
And what a throw Tom Brady makes. Who would have thought that if someone's going to explode on offense, that it's going to be the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 36.
The Rams did, however, mount a late rally to tie it up at 17. With time running out, the next minute and change would alter the course of NFL history.
They have no timeouts left. Brady again throws. That's to Redmond again. Not much pressure. Throws out to Redmond again. Redmond gets a first down. Here's Brady again. Up the middle, caught, and it's Troy Brown, and he gets out of bounds, and they might be in Vinatieri's range with 21 seconds left. Right now, it would be a 53-yarder. Here comes the blitz, and here's Brady. He dumps it to Wiggins. He doesn't miss many. This would be from 48 yards out, and it's right down the Patriots have won Super Bowl 36. Unbelievable.
That's the way you should win a Super Bowl.
Rams exit stage right. Patriots, the new darlings of the NFL. Brady's heroic game-winning drive shut the door on St. Louis's dynasty bid and marked the beginning of the end of the greatest show on turf.
From the 34-yard line, Warner throws, intercepted, and this is going to wrap it up. It is Brooks. Warner's fourth interception of the game will write a finish to this one.
Warner was never the same guy for the Rams. He was replaced as the starter in 2002, and the franchise wouldn't play in an NFC Championship game again until 2018. And that gets us to a little bonus section.
Tony, one of your great sayings is, here we go.
Super Bowl. Let's have a day, Jim.
All right. 2nd and 3. Down the field they go. Gronkowski has it at the 2-yard line.
And the ball is perfectly thrown.
We told you he was a stone-cold killer. 17 years after breaking Rams' hearts in Super Bowl 36, he did it again in Super Bowl 53. That Patriots team dismantled LA 13-3 in Sean McVay's first big game appearance. Why does this matter, you ask? Well, the Rams won it all 3 years later, so we could be talking about a pair of Lombardis in a 4-year span.
Little toss. Here comes a gadget play. Randall L. He can throw. He was a quarterback in college. And he's thrown a touchdown to Hines Ward in the Super Bowl. Roethlisberger. Pass time. Throws to the back of the end zone. And it is off for a touchdown by Holmes.
Unbelievable.
Incredible.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, Super Bowl champs in 2005 and 2008. But this mini dynasty could have been the team of the 2000s if not for Brady and the Pats. Let's dive back into that fateful 2001 campaign. Bill Cowher's team was the cream of the crop in the AFC, going 13-3 with the league's top defense. They'd cruise to the conference championship against a team fresh off the Tuck Rule game.
There is so much energy in this arena.
The battle for AFC supremacy, so hotly contested these last 2 weeks, will be decided here today. From Heinz Field for the AFC Championship, the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Steelers were 10-point favorites going in, but nobody told New England. The Pats jumped out to an early lead, and Brady threw for 115 yards in the first half before an injury knocked him out of the game. His teammates took care of the rest.
34-yard field goal attempt for Chris Brown. Far hash mark angled to his left. Miller to hold, to snap the ball down. The kick is blocked! The kick was blocked! It's going to be picked up by Troy Brown. He's across the 50. He laterals it off. Heading down the left sideline, Antoine Harris. And he goes all the way for a touchdown. Antoine Harris on the lateral from Troy Brown after the blocked field goal. And the Patriots block the field goal and get the touchdown. And the crowd in Pittsburgh is stunned.
The New England Patriots have come into Pittsburgh and done the unthinkable and defeat the Steelers by a score of 24-17.
Fast forward to 2004, by now the Patriots were the league's undisputed top dog. In Week 8 of that season, they took an NFL record 21-game win streak, including playoffs, into Heinz Field. That's when some rookie named Big Ben spoiled their fun.
2nd and 6. Roethlisberger punts, throws long for Burris, and Burris has a touchdown. Steelers.
Let's take this historic 21-game win streak and bury it with the Bambino curse. Put it in the same plot. It's over.
It's over, you hear it? Got the Bambino curse. I'll buy it.
Hey Ben, don't poke the bear. Pittsburgh won a franchise-high 15 games in that sensational 2004 season. The rookie quarterback never lost a game. Well, that is until the AFC Championship. As we know, the playoffs are a different beast, and no one elevated their game like TB12.
First down and Brady. Looking to go long and indeed launches it for Branch. Has it at the 10 and in the end zone. Touchdown, New England. What a throw by Tom Brady.
Brady tossed a pair of touchdowns, and Bill Belichick's defense forced 4 turnovers. The 41-27 romp put an end to Pittsburgh's historic season and left many wondering if Cowher was capable of winning it all.
The Pittsburgh Steelers went 15-1 in the regular season, so that streak comes to an end, while the New England Patriots make it 8 straight playoff wins.
To that point, he was 8-9 in the playoffs with no ring to show for it. But 2005 would be his year as the Steelers became the first 6 seed to win a Lombardi. Cowher called it quits after 06, and in came Mike Tomlin, who found success very early on.
Mike Tomlin, the youngest coach to coach in a Super Bowl. That would make you the youngest coach to win a Super Bowl. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm also the most blessed coach to work with our staff and this group of men right here. I cannot say enough about what these guys are willing to do for one another and for you out there, Steeler Nation.
The franchise now had 2 Super Bowl wins in 4 seasons, but scale out and think about the dynasty that could have been. Is there a world where the Steelers' #1 defense shuts down those 0-1 Rams in Super Bowl 36? Not out of the question. Then jump to 2004. Could Big Ben lead Pittsburgh over McNabb, T.O., and the great Eagles team? They had already defeated Philly earlier that year. Let's say everything goes right for Cowher's bunch. Now we're looking at 4 Lombardi trophies in an 8-year span from 2001 to 2008. How about one more Patriots gut punch for good measure?
Back to him they go. The flea flicker. Brady to the end zone, and it's a New England touchdown. Right back to Hogan again.
Brady got the best of Roethlisberger again in the 2016 AFC title game. Pittsburgh's killer bees were neutralized as TB12 totaled close to 400 yards through the air.
3rd and 3 here. Pump fake, looks to the end zone, throws, touchdown, Clark. A club record, 6 touchdown passes for Peyton Manning. He has been letter perfect.
He was Brady's unquestioned top rival. 5-time NFL MVP Peyton Manning went toe-to-toe with New England for 2 decades, forming the best QB rivalry in league history. In this case, we're spotlighting the early 2000s. Both future Hall of Famers were already in the midst of legendary status. Manning won his first MVP in 2003, followed that up with 2 straight playoff games in which the Colts didn't punt the ball. Brady was a Super Bowl champ and led the Pats to 14 wins in 2003. Cue the AFC Championship game.
Gillette Stadium is alive and kicking for today's AFC Championship between Indianapolis and New England. The Colts are great road warriors at 8-1. The Patriots perfect at home at 9-0. But all that matters is what happens here today. One of these teams is 60 minutes from the Super Bowl.
It was the first time Brady and Manning had ever faced off in the playoffs. What had been a dominant campaign for the Colts quickly turned into a disaster. Playing in the elements, Brady was cool, calm, and collected.
Quick pump, touchdown! David Givens with the fake along with Brady, and I'd say he got the quarterback to bite.
Completely different story on the other side. Manning had one of the worst games of his entire career, throwing 4 interceptions in a 24-14 loss.
Buys him time, now on a roll and throws, and it is intercepted. Ty Law picks it off. Manning on the move, flips it incomplete. Is it picked off? Yes. Ty Law again. Not a heavy rush at all. Far sideline, short, picked off. Ty Law. 3rd interception of the day for Ty Law. The New England Patriots on their way to Super Bowl 38.
And this team here hasn't finished its job yet. And we plan to go down there, like you said, bring back that Lombardi trophy because we earned it. And you earned it.
Just 1 year later, these two were on another collision course. Brady and the Patriots won 14 games for the 2nd straight season. Manning, meanwhile, was making history.
And Manning, he's got it! Manning struck the record! Peyton Manning has surpassed one of the NFL's most significant milestones, throwing more touchdown passes in a single season than any other quarterback.
The Sheriff broke Dan Marino's 20-year-old record for single-season passing touchdowns. Indy had the league's #1 scoring offense, and once again, it was Colts Patriots in the playoffs.
From the 5, Brady with time. Now we're on the run. Throws. Touchdown. Touchdown, Patriots. David Gibbons. Touchdown, New England.
Tom Brady, nobody was talking about him. It was all about the Colts and Peyton Manning and their offense. Well, he's done his talking on the field.
Brady didn't tear up the stat sheet, but he played sound football in another dominant performance from the world champs. Manning and Dungy were thwarted yet again, and it was becoming very clear the dynasty of the 2000s was taking shape. Indy suffered another brutal loss in 2005 at the hands of the Steelers this time.
46-yard field goal to Tom. And it's no good. He missed it. Not even close. Wide right.
To that point, Manning had made 6 playoff trips without getting to a Super Bowl. Time was ticking.
Intercepted. Colts are going to the Super Bowl. Marlon Jackson.
At long last, the Colts got over the hump. 2006 marked the first time in 36 years the franchise would be headed to the big game. Better late than never, right? But what if Brady and the Pats hadn't stood in their way in previous seasons?
1st and 10. Going to Reggie Wayne, wide open. Touchdown, Colts. Manning to Wayne, 25 yards.
They would have been Super Bowl bound in 2003 facing an upstart Carolina team. Anything could happen there. If they got past New England in 2004, it would be on to Pittsburgh against a rookie quarterback on a big stage. Remember, up to that point, the Steelers had yet to prove they could win the big one. Then a potential clash with Philly in Super Bowl 39. It's entirely possible the Colts go back-to-back, then win a 3rd Lombardi in 2006. Now it's Manning with 3 rings in a 4-year span instead of Brady. So the 2000s belonged to the Patriots, but there was another contender on the rise, making an emphatic statement to close the decade.
Today, they're going to try to take the Patriots out for the first time ever and advance to round 2.
And he gets the first handle. He's got a big one going here. It's Ray Rice in a foot race with Merriweather trying to get to him in time, and he won't get there. Rice takes the first play of the game, 83 yards and a touchdown. From the backside, ball is stripped and recovered by the Ravens. Suggs got to him. 2nd and 6. There's it, but what a hit after.
And Tom Brady took a chance and paid for it.
How about this? 11 straight. You have to go back to the 70s since the last time New England lost a playoff game at home. I think a lot of people thought New England would find a way to kick in that old magic again come postseason time.
It was the biggest playoff loss of Brady's career. Baltimore bullied New England 33-14 in the 2009 wild card and weren't going anywhere for the foreseeable future. Still had the elite defense with Lewis and Reed, but Joe Flacco was turning into a proven winner. The Ravens averaged 10 victories per season from 2008 to 2014, but champions are born in the playoffs.
They were the 2 best all season long in the AFC. The AFC Championship game coming up. The Ravens and the Patriots.
Baltimore would take a trip up to Foxborough again in 2011, this time for the right to go to Super Bowl 46. Flacco actually outplayed Brady, who threw 2 picks that night, but in crunch time, Old Reliable struck again.
Brady up and over and touchdown, New England.
It wasn't New England's best night, but they got 2 gigantic breaks that sealed the Ravens' fate.
Seem to be picking on Julian Edelman in this situation. 2nd and 1. Flacco to the end zone, and it's knocked out at the last minute.
In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Lee Evans.
Here comes Billy Cundiff to tie this game. The last 2 years, 16 of 16 in the 4th quarter on field goals. 32 yards to tie it. And the kick, look out! Look out! It's no good! It's no good!
Celebration for the Patriots. Disbelief for the Ravens.
Baltimore got right back up off the mat, though. 2012 was their time. Flacco was an absolute machine in the playoffs, 11 touchdowns, no picks, while taking out the Pats in the AFC Championship game rematch.
Bolden in a slot, and they're going back to Bolden for the touchdown. Brady throws, and he's intercepted in the end zone. Gary Williams ices it, and Baltimore is heading to New Orleans.
The Harbaugh Bowl featured a brother versus brother coaching matchup in Super Bowl 47. Baltimore's hot start was enough to seal the deal.
Now there's going to be a run back from 9 deep for Jacoby Jones, and look at him go. Jones is past the 50, and he is flying, and the Ravens have won it. The Super Bowl belongs to Baltimore.
So, the Ravens were a missed field goal from potentially going back-to-back. Remember, it was Eli's 9-7 Giants who won it all in 2011. Baltimore was clearly the better team on paper that year.
There is downtown Boston, and today in Foxborough will take another step on the road to the Super Bowl as the Ravens face the Patriots in this AFC divisional playoff game.
A couple of years later, these two proud franchises were at it again. Even without Lewis and Reed, Baltimore still had a top 10 defense in 2014. The Ravens were hot, coming off a wild card win in Pittsburgh. Could they upset the Pats in Foxborough again?
Brady stepping up, heading for the end zone, touchdown. They do, but the pass is caught by Gronkowski, touchdown. Brady to LaFell, touchdown.
John Harbaugh's team fought valiantly, but they fell victim to Brady this time around. 367 passing yards and 4 total touchdowns. The loss would send Baltimore into a tailspin. The Ravens missed the playoffs in each of the next 3 seasons, as Flacco was eventually replaced by Lamar Jackson. A win in that 2014 divisional round would have matched them up with Andrew Luck's Colts in the AFC title game. Another victory there, and it was off to Super Bowl 49 against the Legion of Boom.
They don't got a chance.
But there was evidence to support Flacco's case to go nuclear in the playoffs. See 2012. The Ravens may have won 3 Super Bowls in a 4-year span. Instead, they've yet to appear in the big game since.
Hit. Ball up for grabs. Picked off by Smith. No flags. Touchdown, Seattle. Good kick by Prater on a hop. It's Harvin, but now he takes off. And Percy Harvin gets free. Percy Harvin inside the 30. He's going to go. Touchdown, Seattle. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Jermaine Kearse. The Seahawks are world champs.
There was no team riding a bigger wave of momentum going into the 2014 season. A young, hungry Seattle unit that had balance on offense and one of the greatest defenses ever assembled. After a 43-8 demolition of the Broncos in Super Bowl 48, Pete Carroll's group looked to blossom into the NFL's next dynasty.
Here's Lynch. Some high stepping and some shifty maneuvering, and Peterson tries to strip it. Stay in bounds, because if he stayed in bounds, he's going to go all the way. Marshawn Lynch.
It's not quite the earthquake run, but it's close. Skittles, I guess they work. We're going to bring some to the booth.
Whatever it is.
Wow.
The NFL's best rushing offense and best passing defense. These 2014 Seahawks were loaded. Wilson, Lynch, Wagner, Sherman, Thomas, and Chancellor. Seattle had the talent and the winning instinct. Case in point, the 2014 NFC title game. 4 Russell Wilson interceptions had dug the team into a 12-point hole late in the game. What followed is a truly unexplainable course of events.
It's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson keeping it for the touchdown. Good kick up into the air. It is loose and recovered by Seattle. Here's Lynch. Lynch is 15 points put up by Seattle in 44 seconds. Wilson toward the end zone. It is Seattle's going to the Super Bowl. Jermaine Kearse.
You take that momentum into Super Bowl 49, forget about it. These guys couldn't lose. The Seahawks were looking to become the first team to win back-to-back Lombardis since the 03-04 Pats. All they had to do was get past Brady on the game's biggest stage.
It's the defending champion Seattle Seahawks facing the New England Patriots for the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
After all, they had dominated Manning in the greatest offense ever just a year earlier. Not to mention, this was a New England team that hadn't won a Super Bowl since 2004. Their mystique was fading. Perhaps it was that desperation that fueled Brady against this elite secondary.
2nd and 9. Brady throws, caught, LaFell, touchdown. And Brady's going to throw deep down the right side for Gronkowski and a touchdown. Blunt is back in. The fake to him. Brady dances, throws, and it will be caught. Amendola for the touchdown.
Woo! This game is turning into something here.
In what many believe is the greatest Super Bowl ever, the Patriots and Seahawks traded haymakers until the final moments of this epic. Down by 3 with the game on the line, Brady worked his magic yet again.
Brady, then as he throws, caught by Gronkowski. And the big bull takes it to the 32-yard line. Brady fires, caught, first down, and again, they go to Gronkowski. Brady, caught, touchdown, Julian Edelman.
But this thing was nowhere near over. The ball went back to Seattle, setting up the craziest finish in Super Bowl history.
4-man rush this time. Russell's going to lay it up over the top this time. Kearse reaching up. Ball slap. He caught it. It fell into his arms. Holy catfish. It was tipped up in the air and Kearse on his back at the 5-yard line. Are you kidding me? He makes the catch.
2nd and goal. Play clock at 5. Pass is intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler. Unreal. He intercepted by Malcolm Butler. Butler has it at the 1. Malcolm Butler stepped in front of the throw. And the Patriots have possession with 20 seconds to go in Super Bowl 49 with a 4-point lead over the Seahawks.
And just like that, the door slammed shut. That's how tight the margins are at the highest level. Seattle's aura of invincibility had been eliminated in the worst way possible. In one fell swoop, Malcolm Butler closed the book on one potential dynasty while launching another. Seattle was still very much in the mix over the next few years. Carroll led the Hawks to 6 more playoff appearances, but they'd never make it past the divisional round again.
And the Seahawks playoff hopes are going to end right here in Dallas, Texas. What a season for these Hawks. And it's disappointing, I know, for them, as it always is when the season ends.
What was once expected to be the NFL's dynasty of the 2010s had that title stolen by Brady and the Pats. The miraculous victory in Super Bowl 49 propelled a second era of dominance for New England. They'd go on to win 2 more Lombardis by the end of the decade, cementing themselves as the top franchise of the modern era. Rams, Steelers, Colts, Ravens, and Seahawks. 5 teams that could have gone down as NFL dynasties, but wait, we're not done. Brady tormented a 6th team, stopping what could have been the greatest Super Bowl run the league had ever seen.
And the Chiefs' kingdom has firmly planted its flag on top of football's highest summit. Champions of Super Bowl 54.
It's over. The Chiefs have won. The Chiefs have won Super Bowl 57. Spectacular in every way, in the red and gold confetti flying in the air. The Chiefs are Super Bowl champions. Their 3rd Super Bowl in 5 years. It is a dynasty. The Chiefs have won Super Bowl 58.
There's no question the Chiefs have become a dynasty. Mahomes, Kelsey, Jones, and Reed will all be in Canton one day, but we could be talking about an unmatched level of success between 2018 and 2023 if not for this one man.
Well, there he is. Few would argue the greatest of all time, Tom Brady, trying to get back to another Super Bowl. Today matched up against the young phenom, 23-year-old Patrick Mahomes. The AFC Championship game is next.
In his first year as starter, Patrick Mahomes had KC in the AFC Championship game. The 2018 MVP threw 50 touchdown passes, mesmerizing fans across the globe. His biggest test beat Tom Brady for the right to go to the Super Bowl. What started as a chess match turned into an all-out assault. The Chiefs and Patriots combined for 44 points in the fourth quarter and overtime. With the game in the balance, it looked like Mahomes was about to take the title from TB12.
Hands in the pocket. Flags out, ball's picked. Ball is intercepted and comes out of the hands of Ward for a moment. But he had it long enough, I believe, but he got a flag down.
Offside. Defense, number 55, lined up in the neutral zone.
That's the correct call, but D4, that's a huge mistake.
That penalty gave the Pats new life. They took the lead before Kansas City answered to send it into OT. Brady was surgical in the final moments, converting 3 straight 3rd and 10s on the game-winning drive.
Pass down the middle. Caught. Edelman holds on. Pocket sealed. Down the middle. Edelman again with a 3rd down catch. Twice on this drive.
Gronk is out wide. There's a good chance he's throwing out there.
It's Gronk for the 1st down.
This has to be a run.
2nd and goal. To Burkhead. Burkhead to the end zone. Hello, Super Bowl. New England is heading back again for the 3rd straight year. Mahomes never saw the football in overtime.
Fast forward to 2020. After snapping a 50-year Super Bowl drought, KC was on a mission to go back-to-back. Brady had done the unthinkable, leaving New England for Tampa Bay. That meant the AFC was now under the rule of Mahomes and company, and the Chiefs cruised to Super Bowl 55. Awaiting them would be the Bucs, hosting the matchup in their home stadium. Even in the 3rd decade of his playing career, Brady was out to crush your soul.
Here's the snap out of the gun. Play action fake. Pass to Gronkowski. He's going to score a touchdown. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Holy guacamole.
The biggest tandem for touchdowns now in postseason history. Brady play action. Looking. 3rd option. End zone. Caught. Gronkowski again with the touchdown. Tom Brady, Super Bowl champion for the 7th time.
The 31-9 loss was the largest playoff defeat in the Mahomes era. Brady's 7th Super Bowl wasn't just another trophy to put in the vault. No, this was an emphatic statement for 2 legacies. Let's say Mahomes wins it all in 2018, then again in 2020. Now he and Brady are tied at 5 Super Bowls apiece, and we're having legitimate GOAT debates. Instead, the Chiefs win 3 between 2018 and 2023. Still a dynasty, no doubt, but 5 Super Bowls in 6 years would have been unprecedented. While we took a deep dive into those 6 franchises, it's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to TB12's ability to take your lunch money. Think of all the other great teams, players, coaches that he got the best of. The 2001 Raiders, Tuck Rule game, anyone?
Steps up, gonna run it, inside the 5, touchdown!
In Super Bowl 39, his Patriots outlasted the 2004 Eagles. In fact, Brady eliminated Andy Reid from the playoffs in 4 different seasons. Maybe he's the greatest coach of all time in an alternate universe. The 2006 and 2007 Chargers, imagine LT and Phillip Rivers hoisting the Lombardi. The 2016 Falcons, one of the best offenses we've ever seen with Matt Ryan and Julio Jones.
Brady has his 5th. What a comeback! New England overcame a 25-point deficit by scoring 31 unanswered points.
In 2020, Brady led the Bucs past 2 first-ballot Hall of Famers. First, he retired Drew Brees in the divisional round. That was an elite Saints team, by the way. The following week, he took out MVP Aaron Rodgers in the 13-win Packers. It really is crazy to think about. All he did was win for 20-plus years. Will we ever see another player like Brady again?